You're watching Rurouni K95's anime review on Bubblegum Crisis. Hi Ruronis, this is your pal Rurouni K95 here. Today's anime review, we get to cover another anime OVA from the 80s for today's anime review, Bubblegum Crisis. Bubblegum Crisis is a 1987 to 1991 cyberpunk original video animation OVA anime series produced by Umex and animated by AIC and Artmic. The series was planned for 13 episodes, but it was cut short to just 8 episodes, which is particularly an OVA because this anime OVA only encapsulates over 8 episodes from February 25th, 1987 until January the 30th, 1991. This is particularly your particular late 80s, early 90s anime. The series involves the adventures of the Night Sabers, an all-female group of mercenaries who don powered exoskeletons and fight numerous problems, most frequently rogue robots. The success of the series spawned several sequel series, including Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040 anime series. So let's begin with the review. The series begins in late 2032, 7 years after the second Great Kanto earthquake has split Tokyo graphically and cultured in two. During the first 2 episodes, disparities in wealth are shown to be more pronounced than in previous periods in post-war Japan. The main adversary is Genom, a mega corporation with immense power and global influence. Its main products are boomers, artificial cybernetic life forms that are usually in the form of humans, with most of their bodies being machine, also known as cyberoids. While boomers are intended to serve mankind, and they become deadly instruments in the hands of ruthless individuals. The 80 police are tasked to deal with boomer-related crimes. One of the series themes is an inability of the department to deal with threats due to political infighting, red tape, and insufficient budget as well. The Night Sabers are hired to rescue the little girl from a group of kidnappers, but the girl is far more than she seems. A friend of Lina's and threatens to expose Genom secrets that led to the death of her fiancé, but Genom plans to silence her first. The Night Sabers attack Genom Tower to put an end of the machinations of Genom executive Brian J. Mason. A racer modifies his car into a weapon of vengeance against the biker gangs of Mega Tokyo, but soon the car develops a mind of its own. Yeah. A killer is draining victims of their blood, but there is no vampire. And what to do a pair of escaped love doll androids, Pris's new friends Sylvie and the DD super weapon have to do with it. A group of fake Night Sabers are ruining the group's reputation, leading to a fight against the returning foe. A singer with a vendetta comes to Mega Tokyo and brings some heavy firepower with her. An ambitious technical scientist and an aspiring reporter both plan to make their names at expenses of the Night Sabers, and of all people, Nene is caught right in the middle. So that's my review on the Bubblegum Crisis OVA as well. So the setting displays strong influences from the movies such as Streets of Fire and Blade Runner. The opening sequence of episode 1 is modeled on the opening sequence of Streets of Fire. The humanoid robots known as boomers in the series are both resemble the Terminators, cyborgs from the Terminator film. Suzuki explained in a 1993 Animerica interview that the meaning that behind the cryptic title, we originally named the series Bubblegum to reflect a world in crisis, like a chewing gum bubble that is about to burst. Because it's just how it is what it is for Bubblegum Crisis. The series has started with Toshimichi Suzuki's intention to remake the 1982 film Technopolis 2-1Z. However, he met Junji Fujita and discussed the ideas and decided to collaborate on what later became Bubblegum Crisis, which how they were originally supposed to tend to remake a Technopolis 21C, but they had to collaborate with Junji Fuda when they wanted to create the Bubblegum Crisis OVA, especially for the collaboration in this anime OVA seems to work. That's how collaboration in anime OVAs goes like this. It's fantastic, basically. Kenichi Sonoda acted as a character designer and designed the four female leads. Masami Obari created the who is yeah Masami Obari, who is known for anime such as Voltage Fighter or Gaukai Aizer, Battle Arena Toshinden, Gundam Build Fighters, Angel Blade Punish, Angel Blade, Marina Gogo, Viper GTS, Dan Geyser 3, Vugi's Angel, and Detonator Orgun. Oh, and also known for anime such as Gravion, Gravion's Way, Virus Buster Surge. Oh, and also worked on Fatal Fury the Motion Picture and other animes. What Masami Obari, who worked on Bubblegum Crisis, has worked on animes. Forgot to mention as well, particularly as well. But yeah, it's just how it is, what it is as well. Created the mechanical designs, Obari would go on to direct episodes 5 and 6 of the Bubblegum Crisis OVA series. The OVA series is 8 episodes long, but it was originally slatted to run for 13 episodes due to legal problems between Artemic and Umex, who jointly held the rights to the series. The series was discontinued prematurely as well. Yeah. So, yeah. In North America, oh, and also in the English dub for, the character Leon McNoll, whose voice is voiced by Brad Morans in the English dub, but in the original Japanese version is Toshio Furukawa, who's known for Urusei Yatsura series, Dragon Ball series, Fist of the North Star, the Kabocho Wine, One Piece, Death Note, and also other animes like Invincible Superman, Zambot 3, and other animes. He's also in one of the Dr. Slump movies. Forgot to mention that. Fargo, who's voiced by in the Japanese version, is Koichi Yamadera as well, because Koichi Yamadera is known for Urotsuki Doji, Legend of the Overfiend, Ranma Half, Cowboy Bebop, Dragon Ball Super, and other animes as he also did. Also, for the release of in the North American release of Bubblegum Crisis, however, Animego first released Bubblegum Crisis to VHS and Laserdisc in 1991 in Japanese with English subtitles. The series is notable in that it was one of the few early anime scenes that were brought over from Japan unedited and subtitled in English. While anime became much more popular in the years in the public eye in 1991, it was still mostly unknown as a storytelling medium in North America. Bubblegum Crisis was aired in the U.S. when it was first aired on PBS affiliate Superstation, KTEH in the 90s, and Starz Action Channel in 2000. An English dub of the series was produced beginning in 1994 by Animego through Southwind Studios in Wilmington, North Carolina, and released to VHS and Laserdisc beginning that year. A digitally remastered compilation featuring the bilingual audio tracks and production co-extras on there, was released on DVD in 2004 by Animego. The company later successfully crowdfunded a collector's edition Blu-ray release through Kickstarter in November 2013. The series was released on a regular Blu-ray edition on September the 25th, 2018. The series is currently available for streaming on Night Flight Plus as well. Yeah. There are 8 soundtrack releases one per OVA. One has numerous vocal albums which features songs inspired by the series as well as many drawn directly from it as well, of how you expect for this anime, especially for particularly an 8-episode OVA anime from the late 80s and early 90s, such as Bubblegum Crisis. Ajishima and Hiroki Hayashi, who both worked on the Bubblegum Crisis OVA, cited the show was being the inspiration for their harem series, Tenshi Muyo Ryo Oki. In an interview with AIC, Hayashi described Bubblegum Crisis as a pretty gloomy anime, serious fighting, complicated human relationships, and dark mega Tokyo. They thought it would be fun to create some comedy episodes with the ideas like the girls going on to the hot springs, but it was rejected by the sponsors. He also said that there was a trend to have a bunch of characters, one of gender and a single one of the other gender, and asked it, what if Maki, Celia's brother, was the main character, reversing the bubblegum scenario. This idea that became the basis for Tenchi. Hayashi said that Maki was sort of the original model for Tenchi when they created the harem series Tenchi Muyo Ryo Oki. Kevin Sambada's becoming aware of boomers being already in use in this caused him to change his plan for the name of for the Rifts RPG, which he had named after the boom gun, which welding power armor, which was also renamed to Glitter Boy. I know there's also spin-offs including Bubblegum Crash as well, because the success of this series spawned several sequel series. The first of them was the three-part OVA Bubblegum Crash, which is after the split between the Artmech and Umex. Artmech proceeded to make a sequel of their own Bubblegum Crash, which ran for 3 OVA episodes and is conjured, but it was a shortened version of how Crisis was to end. Particularly, if I get to do a review on either Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040 or Bubblegum Crash OVA, but that'll be probably for the most part for my future anime reviews. But right now I'm discussing about the Bubblegum Crisis OVA because that's why. There's also other shows like 80 Police Files, 80 Police to Protect and Serve, which is a 12-episode anime television series released in 1999 and is a sequel to the 80 Police Files 3-episode OVA, which is probably takes place in the original Bubblegum Crisis universe as well as Parasite Dolls, which is a 3-part original OVA made in 2003, which is set in the original Bubblegum Crisis universe. There is also Bubblegum Crisis Tokyo 2040, which is a 26-episode anime television series broadcast in 1998 and 1999, which is particularly like a reboot of the original Bubblegum Crisis OVA series as well. There's also crossover appearances. In 1993, it appeared in Scramble Wars, a crossover event between Bubblegum Crisis, Gall Force, Genesis Survivor, Gaiarth, 80 Police, and Riding Bean as well. If I get to cover Riding Bean, I have him for my upcoming anime review, I guess. Because when I first watched Bubblegum Crisis OVA, because this got me interested in some 80s anime, because without 80s anime, there will be no Bubblegum Crisis. But but it's just how it is what it is when they created an 8, because Bubblegum Crisis only has 8 episodes, because they originally wanted to do a 13 episode of this anime, but they changed their mind to make it an 8-episode OVA, because that's my opinion for how I experienced with Bubblegum Crisis, because apparently this did got a DVD release by AnimeGo as well, because, AnimeGo is the company known for releasing 50 volumes of Urusei Yatsura, I guess. So that's going to be it for my anime review on Bubblegum Crisis for today's anime review. Thank you for watching, but before we go, here's my thoughts on Bubblegum Crisis. That's how I mentioned about my thoughts earlier, about how my opinion about Bubblegum Crisis only has 8 episodes, actually. It's not 13 episodes because they were going to do a 13 episode, but they had to keep it as 8 episodes longer for an OVA series. Hope subscribe for content. My anime plan, link in the description down below. You can share this video on your Twitter, Facebook, if you have a Twitter, Facebook account, and all its social media. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up by clicking on the like button on this video. Feel free to leave in the comments section. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, RuRoniK95. Feel free to join my channel, especially if you're new to my channel. Hit the notifications bell button. Keep it otaku for this anime review, and I got another anime review coming up right here. Stay tuned for my next anime review. I got another anime review coming up with my anime review on Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex Solid State Society. Stay tuned for my next anime review on Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex Solid State Society, because you won't want to miss another anime review.